in these streets real heavy. That bitch got cake like Debbie. Count hundreds by the back on repeat. I'ma stick to the code, I'ma keep it G. Learn how to count money for I know to read. Streets been hardcore, 0 degrees. Don't give a fuck who don't fuck with me. Run it up. Don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. Yeah. Count it up. Pocket full of blues, I'ma count it up. Yeah. Geeked up. Got 4 bad bitches in a bitch truck. Yeah. Blood check. I don't wanna get it back, I'ma live it up. Yeah. We don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. We don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. We don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. We don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. We don't give a fuck, you don't fuck with us. Canada. We don't give a fuck, you don't fuck with us. Canada. Get that money, run it up, baby, throw it up. Fuck a check up, they can't fuck with us. I blow a check, foot on their neck, pull up in the vent, ain't got a flex, I count up the racks, I earn my respect, I'm fly as a jet, we got the sweat, run it up, I don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us, yeah, count it up, pocket full of blues, I'ma count it up, yeah, geeked up, got 4 bad bitches in a bitch truck, yeah, blood check, I don't wanna get it back, I'ma live it up, yeah, we don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. We don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. We don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us. We don't give a fuck who don't fuck with us.
Right now, the DJ Epps and Friends Show. Weeknights at 10 p.m. with live turntable mixes and interviews. It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's your boy Diddy. As we proceed to give you what you need, we are the world famous, the supreme, grand imperial. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
Father God, we first want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for those who are tuned in to this live at this moment. We pray, Lord, that whoever is tuned in right now, that you bless them. Allow them to have an enjoyable time. Allow them to be able to come on here and not worry about problems and not worry about what is going on, but we know that you are taking care of it. At this moment, at this time, allow people to feel loved, to feel peace, and to smile and enjoy. For you said, do not be weary of doing good. So I pray that everybody sows good and reaps good, encouraging one another and looking out for one another. In your holy name we pray. Amen. This is DJ Epps and Friends. Let's go.
DJ Epps.
What up, everybody? We don't give a fuck. We don't give a... Listen, that joint crazy. That joint crazy. Nah, we break records over here. Nah, send them submissions. We break records over here. Yeah. That boy Jonah 1K featuring Rondo Smith. We don't give a fuck. I like that. Matter of fact, we're going to keep that in rotation. All right, for about a good month long. And this is what we do out here. All right, man? Shout out to AV, Alpha Villain. He'll be on later around 10:30, right after I bring our special guest in a few minutes. Thomas Jones, actor, NFL American, pro player, retired player. You know what I mean? Thomas Jones will be in the building with me. It's going to be crazy, man. So I need everybody to share it live. All smart TVs, share it live. All right? Twitch, you know what it is. Periscope, Facebook Live. Everybody, you know what it is. All right? We also going to get into some situations like big shout out to my man Juju from the Beat Nuts. Celebrating his birthday. Hooli, what's poppin'? Byron, I see you, man. Shout out to Juju from the Beat Nuts. Celebrating his birthday. You know what it is. Big shout out to my man Juju, man. Psycho Les, what's poppin'? Those are my guys right there, man. What else? Shout out to my man Ted DiBiase. You know what I mean? Always checking up on me. Shout out to everybody that hung out with me this weekend for the DJ Envy pre-party show. Yep, all the artists that shut it down. And they came from everywhere, man. Shout out to LA, LJ, LA Buck, they came through. Shout out to our dog Grimas, our boy Mustard. There was like South North Carolina, YNF Dukes was in the building. We had Warren Witt in the building. Yeah, man, he was like from Long Island, man. The joint was crazy. So big shout out to the joint. Yeah, and everybody that was part of it, man. Positivity Water, we appreciate you sponsoring the situation. We also want to thank DJ Envy for bringing the car show to Miami. First time in Miami, the first annual in Miami. Car show for DJ Envy. Bring your car out in Miami. It's crazy. It was awesome, man. My son had a blast. It was just, yeah. You already know, man. So big shout to DJ Envy bringing that to Miami, and we appreciate you, homie, man. All the radio stations, everybody, man, I appreciate y'all being a part of that and showing him some love as well. All right? And don't forget to catch me Saturday night, Sirius XM, 9 p.m. Eastern on Channel 43, Rock the Bells. Yeah, man. Channel 43, Rock the Bells, #1 radio station. Yep, 9 p.m. on Saturday, the Saturday night ride. Now, also, if you missed that show at 9 o'clock, because it's 9 to 11, it repeats at 1 o'clock in the morning. We call it the ride back at 1 o'clock in the morning. All right? Big shout to Michael P. Williams in the building and DJ Drop in the building. And there go my guy, man. Looking extra dark skin. What's up? There's no light out there?
You good, bro?
I'm good, man. How you?
That's how we gonna start it off. That's how we gonna start it off.
I was like, man, I can hardly see you.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm getting ready to head off to set, bro. I told you earlier, man. What's goody?
Everything good, man. I know you out there, man, getting that acting hustle on, man. So I appreciate you spending a couple of minutes with me on my show. You know, you've been a long time friend. I mean, since day one, like you've been A1, man, and you always never let me down, or never let none of your family members nothing down, man. You're a great guy. And this is Thomas Jones, everybody. Please share the live. Thomas Jones in the building, and we're gonna talk right quick, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, bro. Listen, man. You know, we go way back. 2007, 8, long time. So, yeah, man. Anytime I can jump on a live or connect with you, man, I'm gonna make it happen, man. So, you like family, so it's all good.
All day. So you on the set right now. I don't want you to give out the goodies, you know what I mean? But you're doing another TV show or a movie right about now. And I just have to say, man, I'm proud of you, man. You don't got to hear it from me, but I seen your growth leaving, the football field and becoming an actor, and you took that thing serious. I'll never forget it. You told me, I was at your house, and you was like, yo, Epps, I'm about to get into this acting situation.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to say the last person, but, the one person that was very, very successful was OJ, you know what I mean? and you, my brother, man, you took that acting situation, that acting career to another level. So congratulations on that, man. How do you feel about, transforming from the football field, becoming an actor?
Man, it's been a great transition. It wasn't something that I expected. It just kind of happened, and fortunately for me, it did. I needed this. Playing football for 12 years in the NFL, it makes you a certain type of person. And when I retired, I really didn't have anything that I really loved like that. Obviously I was into the music and had artists and stuff like that, but I wasn't the artist, so it was a little bit harder because I wasn't the talent. Where football, I was used to being the talent, everything was on me. But managing artists and all that kind of stuff, you're more relying on the artist, and that aspect of it. So becoming an actor, becoming a talent was something that was necessary for me, man. It was almost therapeutic in a way because it gave me a chance to really kind of open up as a person, be a little more human than I was as a football player, and meet new people and experience new perspectives and things of that nature. And it helped me grow and evolve. So it was a blessing that it happened at the time it did. I'm excited about where I am now. I put a lot of work in. I've been in LA for the last 7 years in 3 different actor studios. I was in acting classes for 4 years. Started my own production company with my producing partner, Deji LeRae. And now we have our own projects. So I'm doing my own projects and working on other projects at the same time. So it's been an incredible experience, man.
So you out there teaching, man. You out there showing them how to be, the next, Thomas Jones, Kevin Hart, and so on, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to show people that you can do other things. You know what I mean? Like, some people like to put themselves in a box, or they feel like they can't do something outside of their comfort zone, and that's not true. Life is really short. So if you have a passion for something, if there's something that you like to pursue, go after it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what do you have to lose? It could end up being the next career, like acting and producing was for me.
you know, when we first linked up, you was also in the process of you know, being in the music business. You know what I mean? And I think you kind of witnessed a couple of situations. And did that made you feel salty? Like, I don't want to be in the music business. I want to go to the acting.
No, I love music. I still have my music label. I still love music. I always will love music. You know, that's, I mean, the beautiful thing about producing my own projects is that I'm able to put, you know, artists that I like, their music on my shows and my films.
Right.
You know, so it goes hand in hand. And being in the music industry really helped me transition into this, because, you know, music is a part of the entertainment industry. You know, live performances, it's, you know, being in front of the camera and performing and all that kind of stuff. So being in that environment for as long as I was, you know, it made this transition easier. Any experience that I've had in my life, you know, I'm thankful and grateful for, because it molded me and helped me become who I am now. It gave me an experience that I'm able to use in what I'm doing now. And so, like I said, man, you know, music is always a passion for me. All genres of music. You know how much I love music, you know, from hip hop to R&B to rock to country. Music is a huge part of my life.
You fucking with the country? You fucking with the country?
Yeah. I'm from Virginia, man. Yeah. Country music is I mean, this, the songwriting, you know, the melodies, the harmonies. I mean, I'm a real musical guy. You know that. I've always been that way. You know, I used to be in the studio with artists and other artists writing music and producing and stuff. It's a passion of mine. So, you know, I just transitioned into acting where, like I said before, now I'm the talent, and I still have my music label. You know, I'm still ambitious about music, but for now, you know, I'm just kind of doing me as an actor and producer.
So as you know, deciding going to the acting career, and you landed, was it your first role with Straight Outta Compton?
Nah, actually, my first role that I landed was a little small role in Shameless. On, I think it was on Showtime. I think Shameless was on Showtime. That was in 2013, and I went in on that audition, and it was like one line, and I didn't know what I was doing. I hadn't been in any acting classes or anything like that, and I ended up booking it and working with William H. Macy and Bradley Whitford, who at the time I had no idea who they were, but they're two pretty successful actors. And then the next project I booked was a variety show called Comedy Bang Bang on the IFC network.
Right.
And then the third project was Being Mary Jane on BET. And then Straight Outta Compton was immediately after that. So I booked a couple of projects before Straight Outta Compton. But once I filmed my scenes for Being Mary Jane in season 2 of Being Mary Jane, that's when I decided to really take it serious and move to LA, get in some classes, and try to pursue it as a full-time career.
Was it when you went to LA, was it intimidating out there going to those classes and trying to go up against a lot of other known actors that you probably ran into?
No, it wasn't. I mean, you know, coming from the NFL, I mean, honestly, the NFL is a form of acting. You know, I mean, you walk in the locker room on Sunday morning and I'm Thomas Jones, me, just, you know, the man, right? And then, you know, you get your ankles taped and, you know, you put your pads in your football pants, and then you put your pants on, you put your shoulder pads on, and then, you know, you put your eye glare on, so you slowly transform into Thomas Jones, number 20. Thomas Jones, the Jets or the Bears. So it's a process psychologically. By the time you come out that tunnel, you're no longer yourself. You're number 20. You're not Thomas Jones, number 20. So that wasn't intimidating whatsoever. And plus, you know, we're on camera all the time. Whether you have a good game or a bad game, you know, you have to talk to the media. We're talking to them every day at practice. Whether you're 4-12 or 12-4, you still got to be in front of the camera as part of the job. So being in front of the camera was easy for me. Being in front of other people was easy for me because I was always a team captain. I was always a leader on the team. I think the hardest part was opening up and showing vulnerability and being human, because in football, that's what you don't do. You don't show vulnerability. You don't show weakness. You don't show humanity, because, you know, on the football field, that's how you lose. If somebody hits me and they hit me good and I know my ribs are hurting or they caught me in the leg, you know, I might want to limp, but I can't, because if they see me limping, now they know he's limping. He hit his leg again. You know, that's the nature of professional sports. But as a human being, as an actor, the more human you are, the more people can connect to your character and relate, because everybody has vulnerable moments. And so being able to open up, and my coach, Franz Turner, one of the best coaches in the business. I mean, he really was like my second life coach, honestly. He taught me almost everything that I know about being an actor and being human again, coming from the NFL. So I had some really, really good teachers. Ivana Chubbuck, Scott Sedita, Franz Turner, Jamie Rudofsky. I trained with a lot of really, really, really good coaches. And because I played football, I was able to take coaching, take direction, take criticism, because that's all football is coaching, direction, criticism. And so I think that's why my transition was a lot simpler and quicker than some other people's might have been.
So when you started the Straight Outta Compton, because that was one of the best hip hop movies that came out, like, you know what I mean? When they call you and said, "Yo, you got the part," like, how'd you feel? You was ready? How'd you
listen, man,
get ready for that?
I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. This is how green I was when I went out there, because I mean, when you play football for 12 years in the NFL, I'm watching more football film than I'm watching TV and movies. I don't have time, and when I'm not watching football film, I don't want to watch anything, you know. So I didn't know a lot of actors. I didn't know a lot of directors. I didn't know producers. I didn't know any of those people. And when I booked the role for Straight Outta Compton, honestly, it was only 3 lines, and it was what they call a cattle call. So it was like 50 guys in there, all of us reading for 3 lines. So, you know, the chances of you booking a role are like, whatever. You know, I think I did the audition. I walked in there, there was like 20 guys ahead of me. I signed my name. My time came up to audition. I did my thing. When I walked back out, there was 20 more guys behind me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, oh, whatever. You know, I walked out. I think I went to get something to eat and, I don't know, play basketball or something. I just completely forgot about it. And then my agent at the time called me the next day and was like, hey, they want you for the role in Straight Outta Compton. I was like, wow, okay, cool. I didn't know much about the film. I didn't know, I mean, I knew it was NWA, but I didn't know the budget. I didn't care at that time. I was just like, okay, it's 3 lines, whatever. But the most embarrassing thing that's going with this story is when I got on set, by that time I had already been in classes. And so I was prepared, and I was working with 2 of the biggest like powerhouses in Hollywood, Paul Giamatti and F. Gary Gray.
Yeah.
Mind you, I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Never heard of them, nothing. So we sitting around after I did the scene, and you know, when I'm on set, there's most of the crew knew me. They knew I played for the Bears, the Jets, and so they were getting autographs from me in between takes because they were big football fans, and they were surprised that I was really acting. And so, you know, F. Gary Gray asked me, so did you play football? Are you a football player? I said, yeah, I used to play in the NFL. He said, who'd you play for? I told him. He said, oh, okay, I remember you, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, you used to run all over my Raiders. You know, it was a cool conversation. And I turned around and asked him, so what else have you directed?
What else you want?
Directed? I said, what else have you directed?
Gotcha.
F. Gary Gray. And now mind you, this man has directed Friday, Set It Off,
right,
Italian Job, some of the biggest movies in the history of cinema he's directed. And he just read them off, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I asked Paul Giamatti, you know, what else has he been in? And he's been in everything, The Negotiator, I mean, huge movies. But it was a dope moment because all 3 of us were just really humble about our accomplishments, and I didn't realize until later on, like, wow, now that I'm in the industry, I just asked F. Gary Gray, what has he directed? Where obviously now I would never ask him that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, coming from the NFL, you know, I was already me, Thomas Jones from the Bears, the Jets, and respected for what I had done. So coming into the entertainment industry, I respected it, but I just didn't know who people were, and I really didn't care because I didn't need to at the time. But it's been a great transition.
Everybody. We don't know. You think I know every trap artist out there right now got a hit record? I don't.
Yeah, you don't know everybody, and then once you actually sink into whatever it is that you're passionate about, and you become a part of that world, you know, then you start to understand, and then those people mean something to you. Because at the time, F. Gary Gray didn't mean anything to me, it was audition. I booked it. It was 3 lines. But then when the film came out, that's when I realized how big it was. And then F. Gary Gray, me and him became really good friends afterwards. And he told me, he said, hey, sometimes in movies like this, we cut scenes because the movie's too long, and we had to cut your scene because it was only 3 lines. So a lot of people had small scenes that were cut out of the film. But he said, I showed it to Cube, Ice Cube, and Cube loved it and was like, we have to sneak that back in there. So my scene actually was taken out of the movie, but they snuck it in right before the final cut. So my scene barely got into the movie. And he told me that because we became really good friends, and he had a lot of respect for me coming from the NFL and taking acting serious. So yeah, that was a pretty embarrassing moment, but it ended up being an incredible story, I guess. So
it's an incredible story because at the end of the day, it took you elsewhere, like the Marvels. Like a lot of people love them. A lot of guys love the Marvels, like whether it's Batman, Superman, all the superheroes.
Right.
But you got to do the Luke Cage situation.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, shout out to my man Cheo Coker. I went on a general meeting with Cheo, who's the creator and showrunner of Luke Cage, and we just connected. You know, my manager at the time set up a general meeting with us, and we just clicked. You know, he's a big football fan too, and he'd seen me straight out of Compton, and being Mary Jane, and thought I was, you know, had some talent, and you know, he was like, hey, you know, I have a role for you that could be cool in Luke Cage. You know, it's not one of the bigger roles. It's actually not one of the roles that they even have on the list, but I want to make you this character because I think it'd be great for you. And it was the role of Comanche. And in their principal characters, Comanche wasn't. In the comic book, Comanche was always with shades, but he wasn't like a big character. He was always like just the muscle with shades. But he saw Theo Rossi and saw me in his mind. It was like, that could be a great Shades and Comanche. So season 1, I had 1 episode, and I only had about 3 scenes in the script. But as I continued to do well in my scenes, every little thing that would pop up, Che would be like, well, let Comanche do that. Let Comanche do that, as opposed to somebody else. And so he kept giving me more scenes. And then season 2, he brought me back and said, hey, listen, man, I have a great storyline for you. I think you're an incredible actor. I want to put you with Theo Rossi and Alfred Woodard. And, you know, I think you, Theo, and Alfred can have some really, really dope chemistry. And so he wrote me in for like 7, 8 episodes, and it was a huge opportunity. It's the Marvel Universe, you know, it's iconic, it's legendary. So
legendary, man. Like, I salute you on that, man. And you got that underneath your belt. And last but not least, man, I just want to, I'm like, okay, Kevin Hart got a new show called True Story. And I'm looking at it with wifey, and then this cop just comes through and it's Thomas. Like from straight out of Compton, even the ones before that, you know what I mean, leading up to that movie, you know, getting to do a role with Gabrielle Union. Like, it's like you went straight climbing to the top and got to deal with one of the best, and Kevin Hart. Yeah. How was that, man?
That was great, man. You know, I mean, I've known Kevin for a long time. He's a big football fan, and a lot of these people I've known just through football. You know, they didn't obviously see me as an actor because I wasn't acting then, but they knew me as a football player. So some of them were fans of me when I played football, and so, you know, Kevin was shocked when he saw me on set. He's like, Thomas Jones, like, oh, what you doing, man? You know, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm doing this, the acting. And he said, no, I've seen you. I see you working, you know, looking forward to working with you on the project. So it's kind of, everything's coming full circle, you know, working on that project, Wesley Snipes. I'm a huge fan of Wesley, growing up, you know, so to be able to work with Kevin, work with Wesley, you know, I mean, it was an incredible experience. You know, it was an incredible show. Theo Rossi again, who's like my brother. I worked with on Luke Cage. He played Gene on True Story, killed the role. You know, it's full circle. I mean, it really has been a full circle moment. The showrunner, Charles Murray, he was an EP executive producer on Luke Cage. And it all comes down to doing the work. You know, when you do the work, that leads to the confidence. And then when you get the opportunity, you're confident enough to perform. And then in this business, you never know who's watching or who thinks that you could be good for their project, you know? So it all boils down to like anything else. how much work you want to do, how good do you want to be, and that depends on your work ethic. And I've always had good work ethic my entire life, and I think that's why I've been able to kind of move at a fast pace in this industry.
Shout out to some blue checkers in the building. Melody, I see you. Melanie, shout out to Brandy in the building. Yeah.
Brandy Evans, Melanie Liebert. I work with Brandy on P Valley. She's incredible on P Valley. She plays Mercedes, incredible actress. And Melanie Liebert, I work with Melanie on this film Runaway Island, and she's on the Power series as well on Stars. Incredible actress. Yeah. It's great. I mean, it's great to have the support of these actors. They've been in the business a long time. You know what I'm saying? And so for me to find myself on set with them, and to be able to engage with them and kind of take some of, because we all as actors learn from each other. When you're in a scene with somebody like Brandy or Melody, they're such dope actors that you naturally learn something from them just by how they move, their little nuanced, specific things that they do, their reactions, their way that they listen. And so I've been fortunate enough to work with great actors along the way from the beginning and to learn at a fast pace. So, yeah, it's been dope.
Man, that's what's up, man. Yo, Thomas, can you say that as an actor, it's almost like a DJ? If you dare at the right time, you know what I mean, somebody's going to, come grab you. You know what I mean?
Right. It's the same thing. It's the same thing in the music industry. It's it depends on how hard you want to work. A lot of these artists, people think when they first hear their record that they just started doing music. It's like, nah, they've been grinding for years and years. DJs, same thing. They've been grinding for years. But it's about the opportunity and the timing. And a lot of people ask for the opportunity and the timing is right, but they didn't do the work, so they can't take advantage of the opportunity. And the people that do win are the people that have put the work in and they take advantage of the opportunity when it comes. So like I said, it all boils down to the work. If I would have gone to LA and just hung around in the clubs or hung around in the bars or tried to take meetings, I might have gotten some auditions, but if I didn't know how to act, they can't put me in the project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I always tell actors that I meet that ask me, how did I get in it? And, tips. I'm like, get in classes first. You know what I'm saying? Become passionate about the craft. If you're a musician, become passionate about the music. Make it a point to feel like you could do this for free. Because then it's not work. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. Right. It's something you love to do. And then when the opportunity comes, it always remains about the work and always remains about the passion and not the money and the fame and all that other stuff, because that comes and goes. But the passion always stays. And that's what drives me is the passion, So it's the same thing, like you said, in music as a DJ, and anything else, man. You work hard, you believe in yourself, and things will happen eventually. You just got to keep going.
Yo, before you get up out of here, man, I need some of your people to follow me at DJ Epps. Let them know, man. I'm that guy. Like, I ain't no newcomer. You know what I mean? I am that guy.
This is my brother. This is one of the dopest DJs in the game. Literally, this man, when I had my label, will play all my artists' music. And the music, I thought was good. I didn't bring you any trash. But he will play the records, and he's just a genuinely good person, good man. He's been in the business for a long time, worked with some incredible artists, superstar artists, and still remains humble. And I think that's why me and you kept this relationship, because we're both very humble people and respectful people and have a lot of love for each other, man. So I appreciate you having me on. Listen, anytime you need me, you already know, bro. I'm a phone call away.
When you get to Miami, man, let's go have dinner. Let's take you to Grand Star. Shout out to Chris City. I see him in here too, man. Let's go do something, man. I miss you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Miss you too, man. I definitely will hit you up when I get back in town, and we'll make something happen.
Before you get out of here, is there anything that anybody should look out for?
I'm actually going into production on my own series that I'm producing with my producing partner Deji LeRae called Johnson. It's on Bounce TV. We go into production in early January. So I'm excited about that, getting back in the mix with Johnson and Derek Brady, who's one of the leads, and Philip Smith, who's one of the leads. I got a lot of other projects on the way. You know, I'm producing a project right now. Me and my producer partner Deji with Debbie Allen. So we got a lot of stuff going on. You know, working really hard. But yeah, man, I'm just happy to be in the space, man. You know, it's fun to be around good people, good energy, good projects, and yeah, bro, I'm just gonna keep pushing.
Word up, man, and yeah, keep pushing, man, because you are that guy. And congratulations on your acting career. You know what I mean? I don't got to talk about your football career. You are that guy. Everybody, please follow my guy, Thomas Q. Jones. You see it right there, at Thomas Q. Jones. Yo, Thomas, God bless you. Happy holidays. You know what I mean? Merry Christmas to your family. And you know, whatever you need, you got a friend over here, man.
Thank you, brother. God bless you, too. I want to shout out Franz Turner. He just jumped on. I love you, friends. Thank you for everything, brother. We go a long way, man. We came a long way from that first day in acting class.
There you go.
Yeah, love you, friends. Hey, Epps, love you, brother. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
You know what it is, Thomas. Love you, bro. Be easy, all right?
All right.
You know what it is. Listen, don't forget to catch me on Sirius XM, Channel 43, Rock the Bells, every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, man. It's going to be a great holiday, man. It's going to be a great Christmas. Shout out to Thomas Jones, man. Like, if you haven't even seen the new show on Netflix called True Story with Kevin Hart, Wesley Snipes, go see it. The joint's crazy. Nah, go see it, man. And, of course, Thomas got his role in there. You know what I mean? And so on, man. So, you know, big shout to everybody that's in that movie as well, you know what I mean? Because that was different. Like, I didn't expect like Kevin Hart and Thomas to play those type of role. Well, maybe Thomas, like he good at going everywhere, man. So, you know, big shout to Thomas Jones, man. I really appreciate him coming on the show and making that happen. Jay Ferg, what's popping, man? Uniquely coordinated. I see you. You know what it is. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Over there, right there, I see you. Just Dave, I see you. Trading Laces was popping. Something about Sparkle, I see you. Yeah, man. So, Monday to Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern, this is the #1 show, DJ Epps and Friends. I get on the turntables, I bring celebrities. Thursdays, I have Indie Thursdays. I got my man, Joe Paul, gonna be in the building. Also, Melody gonna be in the building. That's gonna be a crazy situation. There it goes right there. You see it right there? Indie Thursdays. Yeah, we bring them indies in the building, and they come, you know, shut it down with me, man. So shout out to Joe Paul. Shout out to DJ Quest that just walked in the building. You know what I mean? I see you. Shout out to everybody that's following me right now. I appreciate the follow. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. Most importantly, hit that follow button. All right? Also, happy holidays once again. You know, Sunday, December 26th, got the Blendathon going on. Season 5, 10 p.m. Eastern. The day after Christmas at 10 p.m., I'm going to do nothing but blends. That's when I put an acapella with the instrumental. And you just never expect it. You're just like, oh, damn, that sound, I never thought that those two would go together. So the Blendathon, shout out to my man DJ Drop, making that happen. Season 5, I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock Sunday, the day after Christmas. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. Shout out to all my DJs as part of the situation as well. There you go. AV, what's up? Sakpase, man.
What's poppin'? Shout out to Team Epps. What's good?
Everything good. You know what it is, man. AV, everybody, this is my man AV. Alpha Villains is different from every other channel. For me, co-host.
Hey.
You know what I mean? He got his own show in the morning. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, just let him know while I get ready, man. Let him know so we can start talking about some things.
I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Team Epps, man. I go by the name of AV, a.k.a. Alpha Villains. I got a YouTube channel, Alpha Villains. We got a morning show every morning, 5 days a week, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, called Finish Your Breakfast with AV. We touch on topics about masculinity. We hold men accountable. It's not a channel where we bash women. I don't want you. All women are welcome. I have a couple of audience members that rock with me every morning that are women that give a necessary perspective. But at the end of the day, man, my channel is here to kind of change the narrative on how men are being perceived and to identify fuckboy behavior. So that's what it is. I appreciate everybody and everybody's support, man. How's everybody doing?
You know what it is, man. Yes, we don't bash women, but at the same time, if you're fucking up out there, we are going to point
gotta
it
call
out.
you out. Yeah.
We're going to point it out. Like I saw one recently of I don't know who was doing the interview, but she was interviewing a girl that was complaining about females having different baby daddies and then when she, when they asked her how many kids you got and from how many different, you're one of them. What are you talking about, man? Like, come on.
Yeah,
she had the dumb face. I was like, man, I don't got this shit. Look at this one, yo.
Yeah, let me unpack that real quick. That's what we talk about, that delusion, bro. It's pretty viral. I think it was a woman talking about her requirements, right? She didn't want to deal with a dude who has more than 4 kids. Baby mamas. She didn't want to deal in her experience baby mama drama. And then the interviewer asked, well, how many kids do you have? And I have 3. She had 3 children from 3 different fathers. This is what I'm talking about. You see, a lot of dudes in the space, man, on the internet, they discourage guys to be stepfathers, which I can appreciate and understand. If you don't have any children, why would you want to settle down with somebody who has children first? But I'm not saying that you can't be a stepfather to or a stepmother to somebody. But what I'm saying is this. A lot of women outside are putting unrealistic expectations on men, and they're not holding themselves accountable.
Right.
And I think once you start to embrace that and you understand that, you could really eliminate 95% of all women who don't understand themselves and don't understand how realistic this shit is.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. DJ Quest, he's a Zoe. Yeah. Look at the ball head. It looks like you, DJ Quest.
Yeah, well, why? Yeah, look at the text. Why that man? Hey.
Just some hot nigga said he wants to get that page again, that YouTube page. Go ahead and let them know.
Yeah, I appreciate you, my G. Yeah, just go to YouTube, Alpha Villains, ALPHAVILLAINS. Yeah, every morning, Monday through Friday. Finish your breakfast with AV. It's a morning show. We run about 30 to 45 minutes a day, man. It's a lighthearted show because I'm trying to make sure that, the breakfast is supposed to be the most important meal of the day. So hopefully my show can be one of those things where you learn something. And it's lit, man. We talk about, it's a lot of interaction. And in January, I'm going to start doing some call-in shows too. So people could beam up, talk about their morning real quick. So we're going to be doing big things, man. I appreciate you, my nigga. Alpha Villains on YouTube.
Word. Yeah, Quest. Ted Calibobis. That's what we used to say.
Calibobis, yeah. So close and all of that shit, yeah.
Yo, what did you pick up? What did you pick up with Thomas Jones, my man?
Yo, that was awesome, man. I remember, man, I've seen Thomas Jones too before he blew up, man, at the gym. I used to see him at the gym in LA Fitness and shit, man. I like the fact that, see, it always inspires me, people who turn their lives around and they do things that go against the grain. And, from his growth and his transition from playing football to taking acting seriously to going on to those serious roles, man, it's very inspiring because it really puts you out of a box. As a black man, as men in general, we are the minority. And they like to categorize us. I have a particular look. You have a particular look. When I walk into a room, people think I'm trying to rob the place, but I could be the nicest guy. So sometimes you can't allow people's perception of you dictate how you want to live your life. Right. When I started this YouTube shit, niggas was looking at me, nigga, you 47, you talking that YouTube shit, nigga. Now it's crickets because shit is starting to pop off and the block is hot. Streets is watching. When you wanted to do the show, Epps, when you wanted to do the show when the pandemic and shit, niggas was talking like you was crazy. Now look at you now. You got concert gigs, you blowing shit up, you got Rock the Bells, etc. So at the end of the day, whether you do something to make somebody happy, they're going to judge you. Whether you do something to make yourself happy, they're going to judge you. So you got to pick a side. I'd rather make myself happy and do what makes me feel good before I worry about focusing on trying to make somebody else feel good that don't even give a fuck about you. So that's what I really got from his story and his message. And it's inspiring to know that anything is possible if you put your mind to it, bro.
Damn right. Because you're right, man. I ain't think this was going to continue on. I thought this was just a pandemic, just going to turn on the live and play music, heal the world. But damn, we have a schedule. We got people booking artists for me. You know what I mean? We talking the
it's going to be lit. Artists. It's lit.
Yeah,
peace.
I mean? It's going to be crazy. Happy holidays, man. We are getting ready to, you know, get into the season, you know what I mean, of Christmas. You know what I mean? Did you go shopping yet? Because that's right around the corner, literally.
Nah, no shopping yet. But you know what I mean? People in my circle, shit, it's just money. You know what I mean? You got all that shit. But I do, you know, what I've been doing is shopping for myself, to trying to upgrade the studio and shit, get a couple of new things, got another camera, some new upgrades and shit. Just reinvesting in myself. You know, any little money that I get to pull this, I'm trying to reinvest into the sound, just to kind of really go hard in 2022. Like, you know, the new year's approaching us, man. And as you get older, the time flies by, man. So you really have to look back. I've looked back at 2021, see what I've accomplished. I've come a long way, and I'm just getting started. So, you know, if you got kids, it's important to make sure that you spend time with the kids and really make it special for them. But if you're an adult, you've been putting in the work, you deserve just something for yourself too. Right. Treat yourself and buy yourself something first. You know what I'm saying? Before you decide to buy something for somebody else that may not appreciate it. You know what I mean? That's the way you set the tone for 2022. It's all about self-worth and loving yourself. And if you put in the work, you deserve it. So that's what I've been doing.
As I get older and older and older, only gifts I'm getting is from my kids and my wife. So
yeah, I mean, that's
all I'm spending my money on, and I'm gonna keep it moving because, you know, the world is changing.
You got to understand though, Epps.
Some people don't deserve
it. A lot of people don't deserve it. And you got to understand this too, man. I mean, you one of my mentors. I say this on my show all the time. You one of my mentors. That's why you're on my wall. But at the end of the day, devoting your time every day, 5 days a week, rocking a party, making people come together, dancing and shit. That's a gift in itself. And I think we're all fortunate that you still enjoy it, because even though you're making a living out of it, sometimes it takes a toll on your body and it's not worth it. So doing things that you enjoy and getting the reward to bring people together is important, man. So you got to understand that you're giving gifts out every day, all day. So at the end of the day, man, you got to put yourself first, man, and put the people that are most important to you first, and then you take it from there.
Definitely. Shout out to DJ K Dev. I see you on the check-in, man. I ain't forget about you, girl. I got your drop coming, all right? Burn.
Let's go.
Same for you.
Let's go.
What's this I've been seeing online that, and who made this call? Who exactly made the decision to ban the grades D and F for Latinos and Black people?
Bro, please, I hope this is bullshit. Yeah, so for those,
like what?
Bro, don't get me started, my nigga. Yo, check this. So
how you ban
there's something floating.
D and F?
Check this, bro. So allegedly, there's something floating on the internet right now that the United Kingdom in London, they are toying with the idea. They're considering the idea. Peace. Shout out to the Afi Kingdom. They're toying with the idea. They're toying with the idea of eliminating the letters D, the grades D and F for brown and Hispanic children. Mm-hmm. So to kind of help them with their self-esteem. So the way that I took that is they people, whoever's thinking about this, they view brown and Black children as inferior. And it has an adverse effect to that, because now it's lowering a child's standard in achieving. So now, so at the end of the day, when you don't put, so this is why inequality, this is why Black people, brown people want equality, because you're allowing somebody who's pulling the strings to say that you can't compete at their level. Mm-hmm. So this is a big deal. I hope it's bullshit, but at the end of the day, man, I want all brown people, Black people, etc., minorities, whatever you are, man, don't expect a handout from anybody. When you want to be equal to somebody, if I say, yo, Epps, I want to be equal to you, that means that I think that you're superior to me. Right. So at the end of the day, man, we all human. There's strengths that Epps has, there's strengths that I have. At the end of the day, it's not about competition, it's more about addition. But never allow somebody to dictate your ceiling or your ability without you trying to do it first. You can't just look at me and say, I'm gonna take out the D's and the F's because I'm Black or brown. That shit don't mean nothing. That's gonna cause me to be lazy. Sometimes you gotta prove shit to people and let niggas know what it really is.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
What else? Talk to me. Let me know what else is going on, man.
Well, I want to talk. Yo, I know you touched on it, man. But that car show looked lit. Yeah, Young Zay out there and shit. That was awesome. The car show was lit. Very important, man. You know, Epps has been working heavy. I know you're a little lethargic, man, but you put in that work, man. Everybody's here, man. Everybody's here in Miami. taking advantage of the nice weather, the relaxed guidelines and shit is still very important. Even though it's nice weather and everybody's down here, you got to make sure that y'all staying safe, because we want to make sure that we continue to keep these doors open so people could come here. Tourism could fly up. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are just chilling out here, wilding out. A lot of people from New York are moving down here, actually moving. So it's crazy, man. Yeah, they out of there. I know. But, it's important for us to remember, man, even though we relaxed over him, if we want to keep it together, we got to make sure that we adhere to the guys. Y'all stay safe, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Big shout out to everybody.
Peace.
Yeah, Shed Alive, by the way. Shed Alive.
Shed Alive, bro.
Support. You know what it is. Big shout out to everybody that says that they want to go to Dominican Republic. You know what I mean? February 22nd, we out there. Santo Domingo. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, if you need more information, hit my DM. We can help you get out there and we go make that movie out there, especially if you've never been to DR. Something you want to put on your bucket list.
Let's not go there. Absolutely. Yo, I want to talk about real quick. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name. Rajay Sharif. You heard about this dude, Rajay Sharif, who killed his baby mom and his his girlfriend, his ex-wife.
I heard about that.
And himself. Yes, it's been all over the news, man. Basically, in a nutshell, man, this guy, he was a weak individual. And he basically decided to off himself at the end of it, but off his baby moms, his ex-wife, and his current girlfriend out of from jealous rage. Now, I think as men, we all been there where we've been jealous and shit, and that's a natural emotion. Right now, they try to discourage you from feeling that way. I want men to embrace their jealousy. I want their men to embrace being territorial. However, embracing it means that you have to know how to control it too.
Right.
I said this shit on my show the other day. I said, I'm not jealous. I'm more territorial, but I walk a bitch off the leash respectfully, in the sense where she can come and go as she pleases, in a sense where it's an open door policy. And I always say that, men should be feminists in the sense where women, it's all about a woman's choice. If she wants to be with you, she's going to be with you. If she don't want to be with you, she don't want to be with you. You could have a ring on it. You could do whatever you want. You could track her phone and everything. If a woman wants to do something, she's going to do it regardless. So why would you want to jeopardize yourself and off yourself, take yourself away from your children for a woman who had a choice to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do? Men need to really level up and figure out that no woman on this planet is worth offing yourself. Because at the end of the day, man, it's really her loss if you're really putting in that work, bro.
Right. AV, do me a favor. Go ahead and let everybody know about your morning show right quick. Let me turn the page for one second right quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, you good. Yeah. Like we touched on how women don't want a high value man. I touched on that shit this morning. Most women don't want a high value man. And the reason why they don't want a high value man is because being with a high value man takes a lot of work. You think it's easy for Epps to do this shit 5 nights a week, travel and all that shit? It takes a lot of work. It takes a certain type of woman to endure that, to play the passenger, to allow a nigga to do his shit. When you're on your grind, you need a woman see, for me, I'm on my grind right now, bro. I need a woman that's gonna stay out of my way. Just stay out of my way, and I'm gonna bring the bag to you. But if you get in my way, it's gonna delay shit. So at the end of the day, most women don't want a man who's busy. Most women want a man that's gonna be accessible, and only a broke man who ain't about shit got all the time in the world. Most niggas that are on their purpose, on their grind shit, ain't got no time.
Right.
Ain't got no time. I don't even have time to talk to myself, bro. So at the end of the day, man, every second counts as a man. So it's very important. All this high value man shit is cool. Women say they want a guy with that's 6 feet tall, making 6 figures and shit, but they can't handle none of that shit. Most of the women that say that talk about all these expectations, Epps, never wind up with that type of man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you can't listen to what women want. You have to let women know what they need.
Right.
And if you focus and we all know women need security. So if you want to be in a position where you could pick a woman, you got to make sure you're on your shit so you can provide security to the woman that's worth it.
We're dropping gems out here, man. Buy a badge, support, share
Let's
the live.
let's go.
Let them know
Yeah.
that Epps and the real one, AV in the building. Shout out to Thomas Jones passed through earlier.
Yeah.
I want to give a big shout to somebody that told me a story. Some of y'all may know him, some of y'all don't. His name is DJ Kavar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just having a conversation with him yesterday. He was calling me because I guess I put up a post and he wanted to just give me my flowers and just like, I love what you're doing and this and that. And I appreciate that, Kavar. But when he dropped some information to me, I couldn't believe what he's been through. So I'm gonna run it down, and and hopefully I got everything right. Right? Recently, I don't know how recent, his little brother Savar passed away. All right, so you done lost a brother. 6 months later, his wife passed away with aneurysm.
Oh my God. Okay.
And then his mom's passed away from COVID. And throughout all of the situation, it's been 7 years. His, I think it's his older daughter has been missing. Like, he don't know where she's at. She was hanging with the wrong people. And it's just, and I'm like, dude, how do you have the strength? You know what I mean? To keep going as a DJ. I get it. It's everybody. It's some. Your time is your time. I get it. But he broke down the missing sister first. That's what struck me. I'm like, hold up, man. I mean, your daughter. Your daughter has been missing for 7 years. Yo, I looked at Alina. I was like, that could not be me. Oh, no. And man, that's one strong guy, man. And Kavar, man, if you happen to see this when I post this, if you listen to it and whatnot, like, we salute you for being a strong person, and we are sorry that these events happen back to back. And if anybody, I should have got the information on his daughter's name, but if anybody knows Kavar and has an idea where they could start trying to find his daughter, I think that would be such a beautiful thing. Like, we need to find her. And he said to himself, he's like, yo, Epps, I have no clue. We searched all around the city. I forgot which city he said. And he's like, I don't know. She could be dead. You know what I mean? And I was like, I hope not, But he was like, she was just hanging with the wrong crowd and just end up missing. That's why I don't like to leave my family far. I mean, my wife stepped out the other day. She didn't let me know where she stepped out. I got mad. I'm like, really? You're not just going to tell me what if something happened? You know what I mean? I don't know where you went. Can you tell me where you going? You know what I mean? Like, so that was crazy, AV. Tell me what you think about that, man.
Man, shout out to Kavar, man. My prayers go with him. When I hear that type of strength, it's nothing short but amazing, man. It's inspiring too. Like, for me, for instance, bro, and this is real talk, I say this all the time. I'm not necessarily scared of death. I'm more concerned about what it's going to do to the people I leave behind and people that care about me and shit. And, that's why it's important that nothing is promised. We talk about this all the time. It's important for us to really maximize the days that you have on this earth. When you get past the 30 mark, you pass the 40 mark, time flies. Time flies and you can't get it back. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are very frustrated. You know, God has a timetable for everybody. And even though everybody's going to die, it doesn't help with the pain. It's important that when you have pain and you're suffering from loss, you channel some of those emotions into something that you enjoy and then something that people enjoy. Epps and I come on this show. Epps does things. He has a personal life. There's certain things that occur. You guys would never know. Sometimes I'm on the show and shit. I got shit going on. I got a life outside of this shit. I mean, the show must go on because not only is it therapeutic for you, it's also therapeutic for us. Mm-hmm. So what we talking about here is this isn't us on a high horse talking about we on the gram and shit. Y'all watching us, 1,400 people watching us. It's more about us having a conversation and understand and letting you guys know that we all human. We all go through shit and we need strength from each other so we can handle the shit that's gonna occur to us, man. So it's like Bobby Brown. I mean, Jesus Christ, Bobby Brown lost so many people concurrently. Whitney, he has to carry the burden for Whitney's death. Bobby, Christina, his other son. I mean, how do you go on? You doing the concert with him, next year. So at the end of the day, man, life, God does not put anything in your path that you can't handle. You just have to leave it to the Most High and embrace the people. If you have a family, you have a loved ones, you embrace them, you show them their appreciation and vice versa. And you do the best that you can, man, and try to cherish those moments. That's all we can do.
I was at the car show, man. Another situation that kind of like hit me. I ran into my boy, longtime friend, DJ LS1.
Oh, yes.
Used to DJ for DMX, Rough Riders. And, he's seen my son, when he was very small, babyish. But at the car show, it was eye to eye, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's tall. Yeah.
And I had to reintroduce him. I'm like, yo, everybody is my son, Isaiah. And he just looked at me and was like, man, that's my son's name as well. His son passed away, in an incident of leaving with some female and some guys, shot up the car.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, man. And he looked at Isaiah like, that was his own, you know what I mean? And, I almost tried. I held the tear, you know what I mean? But, I felt for him. So shout out to LS1 and we always keep your head up, man. Isaiah's always going to be right there watching us, you know what I mean?
Cherish the moments, man. Don't take nothing for granted, especially in 2022 coming up, man. Don't take nothing for granted, man. Anything can be taken from you like this. They could shut shit down because of this Delta variant and all this shit. At the end of the day, man, you have to try to make sure that you sleep with a clean mind. You stay away from detractors. You stay away from distractions and negativity, and just focus on yourself, man. When you focus on yourself, positivity will be attracted to you.
Speaking about positivity, man, big shout out to Positivity.
Let's go.
Sponsoring the show.
They
also sponsored the DJ Envy show this past weekend. Shout out to them. You saw my post. We let it out. The New Edition tour is coming to your city very soon. Yep.
I'm in there.
Yeah, starting in I believe it's January. It's gonna be crazy, man. So big shout out to New Edition. Charlie Wilson will be on that. Also Jodeci will be on that. You know what I mean?
And we looking for sponsors.
Yeah. We're always looking for sponsors, man. And if we're coming to your town, if you want to throw an after party, you want to throw a pre-party, like hit me up.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? Torian Ball, what's up, man? I see you, King.
Peace.
And also MLK Weekend. You saw what we did at DJ Envy. All these artists came and performed. We had to turn back artists. We had to turn.
So you got the Richie Dollars joint coming up.
DJ EFN from Drink Champs and Richie Dollar, big A&R. Yours truly, DJ Epps. We're gonna do a Sunday MLK Weekend, January 16th. The link in my bio is right there. If you want to register to perform, go ahead and meet us out there Sunday, January 16th, MLK Weekend. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
I appreciate everybody, man. Make sure y'all keep grinding, tune into Finish Your Breakfast with AV Monday through Friday, 8:15 a.m. Tomorrow we're going to talk about fear of missing out. I appreciate you, Epps. Stay up, my nigga. Get your rest up. I'll see y'all next week.
You know what it is, man. Shout out to Warren Went. Just stepped in the building. I see you, boy.
Yeah.
Man, everybody, be safe. Get home safe. Wherever you at. If you're already home, happy holidays to all of you guys. And once again, thank you to our brother Thomas Jones, actor, NFL star, retired star. And thank you for all he did and coming on the show and blessing us with knowledge and all that gems, man. AV, I'll check you later.
Peace.
You know what it is. Have a good night, everybody. Tony C, I see you. Word up, man. JC S, Florida, I see you. Yeah, PMA, positive mental attitude. Have to. Shout to the who bought a badge? Crook from the Brook bought a badge. I appreciate you. Jason Halter, Merry Christmas. Joe Teza, 101, I appreciate you. And everybody that was in the building today, man, I want you to have a good night. You like my I'm Haitian hat? That throwback MTV job? Yeah. Fuck with a Haitian. Have a good night, everybody.